wise with the numbers like universe signs. Earth day like you know the sun gon' shine where the goddess is. Go ahead, hold it down.
Hello, my loves. I am your modern day goddess, and I'm just here to tap into the divine masculine and feminine energy. On my left side, we have the divine masculine energy, and on my right side, we have the divine feminine energy. We'll start with the masculine. I feel right now the masculine is going through a realization that whatever he does to himself. So whatever energy that he puts out there, it's just going to be mirrored back to him, knowing that the mischief that he puts out there, it's his. The sorrow he puts out there is also his. Realizing that he is a part of source, realizing he is the magician, he's a great creator, he's a manifester, and also that virtue is also his. So he's just realizing that whatever he does to himself. And with that realization, he's understanding that it is better to do nothing than to do what is wrong. So he's just really reflecting on where his words lies, the intention behind his words, and knowing where to put an end to this deceptive energy, to this mischievous energy, to this sorrow, to this type of self-sabotaging energy. Whereas the feminine, she's in the energy of falling in love with herself all over again in order to attract that love into her life. She's actually in the energy of cultivating perfect wisdom, learning that the elements around her is not here to punish her. No fire, no poison, no sword, no water can harm her. She's just in the energy of grace. She's calling forth, she's opening her heart to as much abundance, to as much love, respect, and faith, and just experiencing that freedom from within. The feminine has created peace, freedom within her soul, herself. She has set herself free. She has set herself free. And she's just moving in the energy of the wisdom that this energy, when she opens up herself to its love, to its influence, she begins to see more signs, more symbols, more divine messages that are placed on her journey, on her path, which is ultimately leading her in the right direction. She's trusting God. She's trusting that energy. That's beautiful. Because initially the divine feminine, it's basically using the energy of mental obstacles by actually tapping into the heart and opening up that space on a deeper level that God can work through her, that she don't have to fight her battles by herself, that if she just trusts and knows that things are happening for her, that everything is cultivating perfection of wisdom, where nothing can harm her. She's on her path. She's on her path. She's on her path. She's loving herself. She has fell in love with herself again. She feels free in her energy. And with that realization, she's just in that energy and allowing that love to come into her life. Fall in love with yourself again to bring in the love of your life. I feel her being in that energy, her being on her path, her being on her in her energy, and calling in so much love, one of respect and faith, in being in this free energy. She is. She's calling in her. She's calling in her soulmate. She's calling in her true divine partner. Wow. The divine feminine is calling in what is rightfully hers. But she's doing it through her energy. Why? Because the divine feminine has mastered, that stability within herself. Trusting that all she needs is provided for her, and she can just continuing on her path when it comes to transcending mental obstacles, by just opening her heart deeply to the divine, to guidance, and not choosing not to do it alone. Okay, my love, so how deep are we? So let's hop back to the masculine's energy. Let's see where. Okay. As I was about to actually select another deck, this card jumped out: choice. So the divine masculine has made a choice. Yep, for every action there's a reaction. Choose wisely. He has realized that he is source. He realized his power. He realized who he is. He's realized his strength. He has realized his strength. He's realizing that he can't, this mischievous energy, this energy of lying, this energy of sorrow, if that's the case, then it's better to do nothing. Because I feel like it's just an energy of choosing wisely when it comes to decision making choices. He's very precise, so he's very in tuned, he's very careful. I don't feel like a overly, OCD kind of careful, paranoid careful. I feel he's just being very intentional with his power, because he knows the value of it, of himself, of his worth. So he's just in the energy of making better choices. Knowing that, whatever he does, right or wrong, whatever it is, whatever decision he makes, initially he's doing it to himself, because what goes around comes around. And I feel like there are certain energies, certain situations, things that he just doesn't want to be repeated. And I feel like he has support. The energy is supporting him. The energy is supporting his decisions, whatever that is. Whatever. The energy is just supporting him. What's going on with the divine feminine? What is her energy? As she cultivates this perfection of wisdom, as she calls forth this abundance in love, one of respect and faith, as she's in this freedom within, falling in love with herself all over again. Yeah. She has the vision. I feel like God has given her the vision. She sees Yeah, the eagle is all about spiritual messages, messages from a higher source. God, the universe, whatever, angels, ancestors. Pay attention, there are signs, symbols, and messages divinely placed on your path to guide us in the right direction. So the divine feminine is trusting her vision, she's trusting her intuition, she's focused, and she's allowing spirit to guide her. She's on the path of cultivating perfection, of wisdom. She's listening to spirit, she's listening to God, she's trusting her intuition on her path, which is just leading her towards the love of her life. The love of her life. Yeah. I feel like she's just in a courageous energy. Like, look at this. She's just in a courageous energy. She's trusting. She has faith. She has self-respect. And then there's just a knowing, a trust that this energy that she is feeling, the support that she is feeling from the divine, from spirit, from her higher self, this touch of grace, it will follow her wherever she goes on her path. And that is the gift from God. That protection. That is the gift from God, that she is protected. That she doesn't need to work hard to earn this grace, to earn this gift from God. If she just embodies that energy, if she feels and knows that she's worthy enough to receive it. So she has just surrendered. She has surrendered mental thoughts, conflicts, emotions, toxic things that just didn't bring any passion to or purpose to her life or on her journey, on her path. So she just surrendered all her needs to receive it. And I feel like what she really wants is to bring in the love of her life, because she has fallen in love with herself. She is free from within. She has released any past soul contracts, habits. She's just released. She's just let it go. And she's trusting and paying attention from, the divine, which is a gift. This energy is a gift from God. And that is the perfection. That is the perfection cultivating from this wisdom, this gift from God. Like I said, she just doesn't feel the need to work hard to earn it, but rather she's knowing that she can feel worthy enough to deserve it, or surrender that need in order to receive it. Wow. She's shining. She's shining. She's in the energy of peace. She's stepping into the light and knowing that she is a gift. She is the gift to the world. Yeah. And her being in that energy It's like she's balancing silence with activity, just like the masculine. So the masculine is figuring out, we discover true peace of mind, the source of all joy and happiness in peace. There's an anticipation when it comes to a partnership. This love that she's calling in. There's an anticipation because I feel like she feels it coming. She's feeling the energy of it. Why? Because she is in the energy of being in love with herself. She's focused. She's falling in love with herself all over again. And that has called in her partner. She's just anticipating and watching. Wow. How deep are we? Oh, I love these readings. They always take me into this beautiful trance. I still forgot about the masculines for a second. Divine feminine wants her masculine. She wants the love of her life. She's calling in the love of her life. She's on the path to finding the love of her life. Let me see something real quick. Okay. Okay. So let's tap into that because I'm trying to see. Let's see something. Let's see if I can break the code. Because whereas the feminine's journey is all about transcending mental obstacles by opening up her heart, opening up so wide that divine guidance is possible. The divine masculine, his path deals with the ultimate truth of that wisdom. You see what I mean? And I feel with that truth, it outshines all darkness and it basically frees up the mind that actually you can transcend over mental conflict, that you can actually experience an abundant life, a life of a heaven on earth energy. I'm feeling like a wow, like a wow, like this shit is really possible. So the divine feminine, that wisdom that she is, it's helping him tap out of his, freeing up the limitations of his mind. Because on the path of truth, of his truth, finding out that he is source, he gains the highest spiritual knowing or inspiration from the divine feminine that helps him resolve difficult problems in his life when it comes to freeing the limitations of a reasoning mind, his logic. So here he is on the path of freeing himself from his reasoning mind, and he has divine evidence that of the perfection of that wisdom, that to transcend over the limitations, to free up his mind. In order to do that, he needs to open up his heart. He needs to open up his heart, and opening your heart means trusting what you feel, trusting your intuition, trusting the unseen, the unknown, trusting that divine guidance. You know? So let's see what messages they want to leave each other with. So what I'm about to do, my loves, is see what messages or affirmations the divine masculine wants to let his feminine know, or the feminine know that he's working on. And we're gonna do the same for the feminine. Gonna see what messages she has for her masculine regarding their individual journeys. Because there's a lot of silence. I feel there's a lot of like reflecting going on. Okay. Spirit, thank you so much for allowing me to tap into the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy. Thank you for these. Thank you for the balance and the harmony and the healing and also the ascension that has taken place to bring these two when it comes to the awareness of who they are and the direction that they need to be in. What does the divine masculine want the feminine to know? What message does the divine masculine want the feminine to know? What's the message for the divine feminine from the divine masculine? What does the divine masculine want to... You gotta come out. What's the... He wants her to know that he is in control of his thoughts and his actions. He also wants to let her know that he is open to loving fully and freely, and that he has released any attachment to the result of his good actions. I feel because he's realized that he can only control his reactions and his attitudes to what happens to him. He cannot control the actual events that play out in his life, and he's starting to learn the difference that, you know, what really goes on in life, he really cannot control it. All he can really control is his reaction, his attitude, the way he handles the situation, because he's realizing that loving others completely, loving without an agenda and not fearing, not holding back, realizing that the more he gives, the more he gets in returns. You know, if he's mischief he's putting out there, that's what he's gonna get back. If it's sorrow he's putting out there, that's what he's going to get back. He's realizing what he puts in is what he's going to get back out of whatever situation is going on in his life. And especially regarding to this connection, his heart is open to this. I feel like he's no longer fearful. He's no longer fearful of holding back. I feel like he was holding back from you, divine feminines. He was holding back from you. But no, he's withering in that he is source, and what he gives, whatever he does, he too does for himself. He's coming in with more to give, because he knows the more he gives, the more will return to him. And he's just wanting to reach out. He wants to reach out. He's letting you know that I feel like there's going to be some type of communication, I guess. I think he wants to talk. He wants to reach out in love, with the intention of love, to do his best and not to be too concerned with how whatever the outcome is. You know, no attachment to the outcome, but yet giving his best, giving his all. You know? because he's realizing that only he can actually fill himself with love, you know? Yeah, he's realizing that only in relationships, only in service, that he can truly understand the all-encompassing energy of love. And I feel like he knows how to achieve this happiness now. I feel like he's been searching for happiness. He's been searching for joy, and I feel like he has found it from deep within him. He has really went deep. He's realizing that contentment comes from within himself, and it's not the energy, it's not dependent on other people or external things, you know? Realizing that only, he can only control his reactions. And what he's choosing to do is not hold back and to give more, because he knows the more he gives, the more that will return to him. Okay. What does the divine feminine want to let the masculine know? What does the divine feminine want the masculine to know as she's on her path? What does the divine feminine want the divine masculine to know? Spirit. What does the divine feminine want the divine masculine to know? What does the divine feminine want the divine masculine to know? What does the divine feminine... What does the divine feminine... Divine feminine is... Okay. I was about to say, do you want to let him know anything? I balance giving and receiving love in my life. Yep. You have to learn to receive love as well as to give love in order for you to grow. Wow. I think deep within the feminine energy, she's wanting you... It's like she's divine masculine. She's letting you know that she's solid in her energy. She's in an energy of calm. She's in an energy of peace. And she too is not allowing people or outside events to determine her peace of mind. And she's letting you know, don't allow outside events to determine your peace. What makes you happy? What makes you solid at your core? I feel like she knows that she's not here by accident. She knows that her life, she knows that you divine masculine, have always held a deep meaning and a profound purpose to this learning when it comes to balancing out in love, because the divine feminine energy she gives, she's nurturing, she's like the mother, Gaia, she's Mother Earth, she's gives off that energy and that Empress energy. And I feel like she is telling you that she needs balance. There needs to be a balance of giving and receiving love in her life. I feel like she's telling you, this connection with you, she has realized that it has taught her balance. It has taught her how to balance when it comes to giving out love and being able to receive love. Because sometimes we know how to give love, but do we know how to be open to receive love? And I feel like she's saying that the purpose, you have taught her a valuable lesson when it comes to learning to receive love as well as giving love. And that is what has helped her grow. Your love. This love that she has found in herself again. Self-love. Self-love. Okay, so Spirit is telling me pull one more message. What else does the divine feminine want the divine masculine to know? And then I'm closing out my loves. I didn't want this to be this long anyways. What does the divine feminine want the divine masculine to know about her journey? What does the divine feminine want to share with the divine masculine? What perfection of wisdom she has cultivated that she wants to share with the divine masculine? I feel like there's one more message. What is the message, Spirit? What do you want? That's too much. Nope. I know that my way is not the only way. Even though there may be one truth, be aware that many approaches leads to this truth. Wow. She's also realized that they both have been on the same journey when it comes to this awareness of love and not holding back, learning how to balance love. He has learned the more that you give, the more that will return to you. You know, because he was holding back this love. Whereas she has learned she can't always be given love. So she has learned the balance of giving and receiving love in her life. And I feel like she's realizing, she's letting him know that they're both reflecting each other. They're both coming to the same truth. They're both coming to the same awareness. It's just that he chose a different path from her, two separate paths to come to this truth. You know? The truth that there is love in this connection, that there was an imbalance to this connection, that he was holding back, that, you know, maybe his attitude and his reactions were, he needed to learn the difference between, you know, what he can and cannot control. And I feel he was very much controlling when it comes to holding on to his heart. He wasn't giving. But he's wanting to reach out with love. He wants to do his best and just come forth and just be open and not be so stuck on one way or one outcome or one certain type of result when it comes to living his life, you know? So I feel like they both have hope for this connection, but they do not have any expectations. And hope is fine, my loves, but expectations can lead to disappointment. And that is beautiful, and that is where they start to honor their relationship. They start to honor this connection. I feel like they're both going to bring attention and care to this relationship. They're honoring this relationship. I feel like there's going to be some type of renewal when it comes to this connection through love and action. And I feel like the divine masculine is who is making this action, who is taking this action. I feel like there's just a realization and awareness that, you know, this connection is also a living, it's living. It's being alive in the present. Realizing that this is not a connection of the past, meaning it's not over. Meaning it's still alive, meaning there's still some type of love there. You know? Both of them have been constantly changing, both of them have been growing, but I feel like they There's a needing of not clinging to a limited, disconnected, negative image of a person in the past and seeing who they are, seeing each other for who they are now. That is beautiful. You know, seeing who they are now. And I feel like they have just achieved some type of wisdom through this transition, through this process. And knowing that this energy is the highest wisdom, love and service. It's bringing them wisdom each day, and they're not letting anything outside of their energy, outside of their connection, determine what happens or how this plays out. Okay, my loves, this was your divine masculine and feminine energy tap in. How deep are we? Oh my goodness. Yeah. A new chapter is around the corner, my loves. A new chapter is around the corner. Continue removing this fear, continue embracing the unknown, and this time of waiting, this time of confusion, Spirit is letting you know it'll soon be over. Let me leave you with the angel, gods and goddess guidance. And then we're gonna close out, because trust me, when the energy starts, it doesn't want to stop. And I feel Spirit has a lot to say about this connection, and this a lot can be said and tapped into regarding the masculine journey and the feminine journey and their journey together regarding their balance, their connection. So Spirit, what guidance, what message do you want to leave the divine masculine with? It fell on the floor. What message do you want to leave the divine masculine with, Spirit? It fell on, but it, So the divine masculine wants to let you know, divine feminine, that you are his joy. And I feel like something is about to happen. There we go. There we go. It flipped. There we go. So the divine masculine, Spirit is telling you, you have not been revealing the part of your story, and you need to trust your feelings, especially over what others have to see. Trust your feelings, okay? Trust your feelings. And I feel you are doing that. That is why you are reaching out and trying to do your best regarding this connection. Divine feminine, Spirit was just telling me, I shouldn't have put the divine masculine first. I should have did you first. Your angelic guidance, what Spirit wants you to know on your path, on your journey, whilst you call in the love of your life, something is about to happen. Something wondrous and something magical is about to happen for you. That is going to bring you so much joy, so much love, because you have called forth this love, divine feminines, this love of love, this love of respect, this love of faith, and you are receiving it. Connecting energy, guidance that Spirit wants to tell both the divine masculine and feminine. Goddess of justice, what seems an injustice is actually a blessing. Underneath the deck, underneath that, angel of abundance. A steady flow of abundance is about to manifest. And here you have it, my loves. Thank you so much for those who have been here with me, and send much love and light to the divine masculine energy and also the divine feminine energy as they continue on their journeys. So, as always, I am your modern day goddess, my loves. Peace, love, light, good vibes. Stay golden. I love you, divines. Peace.